3, 2, 1.
The Great Christmas Light Fight is on! Ho, ho, ho!
Man, it sure is hot out there. Man, I wish it was cooler out. I also wish it was closer to Christmas because jonesing for Christmas. I know many people out there that watch the Librarian are jonesing for Christmas too. So why am I going live on Tuesday at 6 o'clock? Well, just because I want to talk about all things Christmas. And why not? Maybe you do too. Maybe I'm a precursor to your dinner tonight, or your kid's baseball game or softball game, or maybe you're prepping for those graduations. Some have happened, some are coming. We're going to talk about just about anything. There is no agenda. It's totally unscripted, just like all the shows. It's totally unplanned. We're just doing it, and we're just doing it just because. So I'm glad some people are joining in, and if you're like me, let's have a little conversation about a bunch of different things. And the way we can do that is I have a few things I want to talk about, but you that are joining, introduce yourself in the comments and let me know what you want to talk about specifically. Heck, if it's something important enough, we can even tag you in and you can join in and hang with me and show your mug. So really excited to be here on a Tuesday. And again, just wanted to do something. And we can never do anything, even if it's just because, until we make it official. And we do that by checking the Librarian in. And we'll put that right over here like we usually do. And we're ready to go, folks. All right. I see a few people are joining. I'm excited. I hope you're excited. And I hope you're keeping cool, because I know around different parts of the country, there's some record heat. Matter of fact, here in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia area, we are hitting 98, an all-time record. And it's awful hot out there. I also know some of you folks in the middle part of the country are potentially experiencing some severe storms. Some of that's coming our way tomorrow, and hopefully you're safe. But in the interim, why listen to a newscaster when you can listen to me? I'm a little more fun. We're going to talk Christmas instead of tornadoes. And we got a few things to talk about. And the first few things we could talk about is seeing who's joining us. And we'll take our time as maybe a few others join us. And hey, if you can't join us, hopefully you're watching this back later. And the way you're doing that is by liking and subscribing, turning on notifications, and maybe somebody shared with you the stream. So let's see who's checking in over here and see what they got to say, because I know there's a few people joining in, and it would not be the start of a show without the North Pole Village Troy joining in. Very first guy all the time. And he's not a bot. We know that now. We know that. Glad to have you, Troy. Thank you for joining. Hey, we got somebody who just traveled across the country. We got Devin joining from DB Productions, and I'm glad you had a safe road trip. I saw some of your pictures you posted today, and excited that you got to experience a little bit of the country, and hopefully you stopped and visited some roadside attractions and took some breaks, because it's fun to do that, just like it's fun to stop and visit a light display. Hey, I knew you were going to try to connect maybe with Mr. Charlie Byers from Christmas on Crestline. Did it happen? I didn't see anything, but hey, one of the reasons I'm filling in today too is Charlie's kind of on a hiatus. He said he'll be back June 1st, and that was a couple weeks ago. So why not have some content? I want to talk about more content coming up this weekend as well. Who we got? We got Willie joining again from KC. Having you in the house is awesome, Willie, and we appreciate it. And hey, maybe Devin drove past this guy, Jordan Maywald, giving me the thumbs up, the high five. Glad to have you from Austin. I saw even Austin was in the bottom of the tornado zone. I don't know if anything hit or was hitting, but it could be, and I hope it didn't. Hey, we got Brandon joining from Ohio. Finally, no rodeos on a Tuesday night. I mean, what gives? Hope you're staying cool out there in Ohio. Ohio Mini's coming up in June. We'll talk about that again. Speaking to somebody in Tornado Alley, we got the Slankards joining for a minute. He has to go pick up Lori. Well, you know, your phone can stream, and I don't encourage you watching while driving. You can just keep it on, sit it in, and if you have Bluetooth, you can listen to me on your ride to see Miss Lori. Thank you for joining, Robert. Hopefully you get back in time. I don't know how long we'll be. Again, unscripted, just because it could go for 30 minutes. It could go for an hour. Who knows? It's whatever you make it with your comments. So let me know what you want to talk about. Hey, look, the guy doesn't want to do his own show. He's taking a break. Understand he's taking a break to film content is what he says for his Christmas in July extravaganza. But Mr. Charlie Byers is in the house. Welcome, buddy. Good to see you. And we can't wait to see the content you're creating. We're going to talk about you a little bit too, because there's an exciting event coming up this weekend in the house of the librarian. So it involves Charlie Byers in some respect. Hey, we got Lights on Trotters. Glad to have you, Aaron. Hope things are good down there in Tennessee. And again, we almost got to finally meet. We were so close to you when we came to the Music City Lighting Summit, but I know your son had his birthday and that's more important. What else do we got here? North Pole Christmas Village. Do you think the Great Christmas Light Fight will scale down going forward? Well, if you didn't tune in before, North Pole Christmas Village, it's on hiatus. It's shelved right now. We can bring that up as one of the topics today because, again, this show does focus a lot on light fights. So hold that thought and let me know what you want to know. And Charlie's saying hi to Devin from DB Productions. Again, I knew you guys were going to try to meet, but I don't think it happened. Who else do we got joining? We got Ryan joining. Hello, Ryan. Great to have you. Glad we got some folks watching here on literally, I just decided about an hour ago, let's go live just because. And I'm doing that. Devin does say howdy, Charlie. Oh, we got Aaron saying again? He might or might not be streaming while he's driving. Hey, I've been known to do it too. I just don't look at the video. I listen. A Michael family event including Charlie. Yeah, kind of. We'll talk about it in a minute. Just hang in there. North Pole Christmas Village. You think people will scale down since there's no light fight? I see what you're saying. I don't know. Those joining that were close to getting on the show or were pretty much confident they were going to be in the show. Now that the show is not happening here, are you scaling down? Let us know in the comments and tell us how you're proceeding. My guess would be not, because many of us do this for our community and for our hobby, not necessarily for the show, although some people do hype it up. Brandon does say he was supposed to have 4-H lessons tonight, but they got canceled because the storms are moving in. Yes, those storms are going to hit PA tomorrow and cool down this 98 Memorial Day weekend. I don't know about you folks, but here in Pennsylvania, without fail, every year, it's hot a couple days before, it's hot a couple days after, and dry. It's supposed to be in the 60s. It's supposed to pretty much rain all the time. Some breaks of sun. So it's going to be probably an inside Memorial Day weekend. And that might be appropriate for this. So some of you saw, if you follow me on Facebook, we opened our pool. We haven't been able to get in it yet, but we did get it open this weekend in preparation for Memorial Day weekend and for the summer. And what do I find? A day after opening it, I lost this much water. So I go out and make sure I didn't miss any fittings. I did find one loose one, tightened it up, filled it back up with this much water. Went out the next day and I lost this much water. So I'm going through some tests right now. I have a contact to my pool guy who replaced our vinyl liner a couple years ago, and he's going to try to come out. We believe it might be the housing to the pool light. So cross your fingers, because there is a way to fix that without digging up all the decking. So maybe it's good that it's not going to be so hot this weekend at the Michael family Christmas display pool, but doesn't mean there won't be margaritas. All right, who else do we got joining here? We got some new comments. What is Aaron saying? You did open the pool. Yep, you're the one that made me lead into that discussion. And I had my arms in it trying to plug things back up for the test we're doing to try to isolate the leak. Okay, what do we got here? Charlie's heading out to kiddos' graduation. Have fun. Hey, congrats. Speaking of congratulations and graduations, my daughter graduated this weekend with her bachelor's degree from Kutztown University of Pennsylvania. So we're really, really proud of her. I know Patrick Mock had a double high school graduation because you guys get done earlier out in Texas, Oklahoma area. Just like when I used to live there, the kids were done sometime in May. Congratulations. Charlie, congratulations to your kids. And if anybody else has any graduates, whether they're going from elementary to middle to high school, or high school to college, or college into life, congratulations. And it's an exciting time. And we're also proud of our kids when they accomplish that. All right, let's get into some content. Again, hit like, hit subscribe, put in what you want to talk about if you have any ideas. And I'll kick it off with a couple things. First thing is I'll say hi to Brandon Brown, another light fight champion from Texas. Congrats. Thank you. Thank you. At least we'll appreciate that. And Patrick says, thank you. Hey, thank you for joining, Patrick. Congrats to both of the kiddos there. And it's got to be exciting. And now we're done paying for 2 colleges. You're just getting to start. So have fun. Hopefully they get some scholarships and so forth. All right. I see some more comments coming in. We'll hit them in the second round. But let's first random thing to talk about is why not start with upcoming events? I've kind of covered that, but there's some rumbling going around about a couple things. So the first one is, believe it or not, Memorial Day weekend. There is one event this weekend, and it happens to be in Louisiana. And it's not so much a mini, it's more of a get-together, and it's by James Hohensee and his Boscoyo Studios is having an open house. I would love to get to that. I know J.R. Matos is making that to that. Not sure what other vendors are going out, but he's having a crawfish boil in Baton Rouge at his shop, and it's open to anybody who wants to come. So if you're in the area and watching, go join Boscoyo Studios. Matter of fact, all elves are welcome for Boscoyo. Looks like me after my pool margaritas. All right, that's one of the first things. Second thing, we'll go into it. After Memorial Day weekend, we got a double mini event. We've got the Indiana Christmas mini, and we got the Frozen mini, the Wisconsin mini. And I know a bunch of vendors are going to each of those. I cannot make either. I don't know if anybody else in here is going. Let me know if you're going. I do know this person's supposed to be going. He must have had his ears ringing. J.R. Matos, if you're going to Boscoyo, make sure to register on the website. That way they can plan for good, because I did not know there was anything official, J.R. So I'm assuming you go to Boscoyo's website, probably look for the open house, and there's probably a registration link. So thank you for sharing that. Jay, if you happen to get it up, put it in the comments and I'll share it on screen. Hey, Santa's Castle, happy Tuesday. Hey, Bill, glad to have you. Glad to have you. Yeah, so that's coming up. And again, in 2 weeks, we got the Frozen mini, the Wisconsin mini. And what's cool about that one is it's on a, I'll call it a campsite. I never went, but I know last year Krista Moss from Light Fight went and a bunch of people went. And Kyle Bostic helps with that as well as a few others. Apologize if I don't have everybody who runs that event on the committee, but hey, if you want to talk about it afterwards, let me know. They do a drone show as well as a light show, and then they have the mini and you camp. It sounds so awesome. That is on my list in the future. Just couldn't make it happen this year for some other reasons. And then there's the Indiana mini. Happens to be the same weekend. That's got to be tough for vendors to decide which they want to support, especially, investment to do that. And we appreciate when the vendors do that. But also, if you don't have enough people, how do you get around? So check those both out. And we'll try to hook up with those people and see how they went afterwards. If you're going, take pics and videos and share them with me. By the way, here it is. Here is the event for Boscoyo. If you want to drive down to Baton Rouge this weekend, I think it's on Saturday, or if you're in the area, register there. You can see JR there. You can see James Hohensee there. Past light fighters, right? I would go if I was nearby. Now, somehow JR is doing both the Indiana mini and the Frozen mini. I think one is 1 day and one's 2 days. So glad you can make it happen. Then a couple weeks after that, we got the Buffalo mini, JR. I am still trying to make that happen at some point. We could talk offline why I may not be able to make it, but we're trying. We're trying. Hey, Chuck Jones is joining in. He got excited, and he's like, just because I'm going to join. He's glad to see the Librarian. If you missed a few minutes ago, we haven't been able to enjoy the pool yet, and we don't know when we will, because besides the weather, Chuck, we're losing this much water a day. I got a leak somewhere, and we got to figure it out. The pool guy, when I called him, he says they had a lot of openings this year that experienced the same thing, because we had the most extreme cold this past winter and snow that literally was a foot deep and didn't melt for over a month, sitting on pool covers and causing, contraction and and a lot of broken lines. So hoping mine's easy. Hey, speaking of another fellow Pennsylvanian, we got Nick Antidormi joining from North. Hey, Nick, I'll probably see you soon. We're going to jump ahead a little bit. July, I forget the exact date, we'll cover it. But if you got some cash to spend and you like blow molds, let's go to the Jones auction house. I'm going to reach out to the Jones family and see if I can broadcast the Librarian live from the auction this year. I know they're fans. They've played my videos there after I had my high bidder episode. Go back, go into the Librarian channel, go into the playlist Librarian episodes, and look for the high bidder episode. And you'll see a lot of fun happens at Jones Auction House. You'll see some past light fighters there. You'll see some of the HGTV crowd there. You'll see people spending cashola. Thanks for joining, Nick. Oh, and they asked Nick to do something special. If you don't know, Nick, who was on Hoarding for the Holidays and is also a fan in the lighting community, does a big display. He paints special blow molds, and they go for big bucks. You can see some of that in the high bidder episode. So I'm curious to see what you're doing. I'll let you know. I got to reach out again to them and see if I can do I'll be there unless something comes up. And then from there, it's just one, internet connection because it's out in the sticks. And then two, I think they'll be okay with me doing a broadcast and they're interviewing people. So it'll be fun. By the way, wrong one. JR says him and Jackie from EFL, Coro vendor, if you're not familiar, are driving from Indiana to catch the Sunday part at the Frozen Mini. So there you go. You get to hang out in a car with more Christmas people. That's awesome. By the way, Bill's got to brag. His pool is up to 80 degrees. Even if mine was open, when I opened it just before the weekend, it was 50 some degrees. So anyway. All right. So let's continue on. The other thing I wanted to talk about, and I'll pop up the calendar just so it's on the stage, but I did not extend this yet. Like I talked about, this goes out through June. I got to do the second half, but there's been a lot of conversations going around about one of the other big industry events. And I know JR's on it. He might know because he's a supporter of it. Christmas Expo. What is going on with Christmas Expo? So if you are part of their Facebook group, there's a page called Christmas Expo Community. You have to register for it. It's been very dead for a while, but there have been in the last couple of weeks about 3 posts. So one was from a vendor doing a class there. One was registration will open soon. Hold that thought. The other one was about a window decorating contest. And then the third one was about extending the hotel, the DoubleTree in Dallas area, either before or after the event and getting the rate. So first things first. If you do want to go and stay longer, we're planning on going Wednesday through Sunday. I know there's the pre-conference events with Lightorama and X-Lights. I'm not participating in that. There's a chance we could tag on later or afterwards, but to go do something different somewhere else in the area. But if you didn't know this, if you're going to stay at the DoubleTree and you're not staying the whole week to get that whole rate, Hilton does have a sale going on now. I went in and rebooked my same reservation, and it's not a lot of money, but I saved almost $60 just by rebooking the same exact reservation. So check it out if you haven't booked your reservation already. Go block a room because the blocks will go. Now, some of you might be saying, well, wait a minute, is the event really going to happen? And I have it on firm authority that the event is going to happen. However, I'm with many of you folks. We are roughly 9 weeks out, a little over 60 days. And this is an event where it requires people to come from all over for the most part. And Joyce, if you're listening, you need to open registration and confirm it's happening because people need to book airfare. As you know, booking airfare right now, it's pretty pricey due to the war in Iran and gas pricing. We lost Spirit Airlines, so maybe some people relied on that. People need to book. Now, the good thing about the hotels, unless you're going to pre-buy and get an even lower rate, I paid about $144 per night. As a Hilton Honors member, and I can cancel. Oh, the pool guy's calling, but I'm gonna have to call him back later. Oh, I need to know what's going on. But you can get a cheaper rate as low as like $120 if you prepay. I don't know if I'm ready to do that until I know registration's open and it's firm and happening. What are your thoughts about that? JR has some thoughts, and I asked him to chime in case he has to drop off, but he's heard it's got the most vendors that it's had in years. And JR, I'm with you. I have spoken to Joyce, and she's planning on coming on the show. We don't know when, probably sometime in June. And she said registration would open probably by the end of the month. So I'm hoping that'll happen. If you're watching, Joyce, just know a lot of people are asking. And then two, last year I booked my airfare and 2 days later it got canceled. So with what airfare costs now, and typically you can't get refunded, and you got to hold that until you book another trip. and sometimes you pay fees. I'm holding off. So, but good authority is it should be happening. We're planning on going. Are you going? I think you should. You really should go, especially if you're in Texas. Now I know end of June, the North Texas lightaholics or whatever you guys call yourselves. I mean that lovingly. You have an event, and that's going to be well attended with vendors and a lot of people in Texas. As I mentioned, when I did the OK Texas Xmas tour, I pulled a list of all the displays that have ever been on Light Fight in the Texas and Oklahoma area, and it was almost 70. And I only was able to go see 5. Well, I actually saw 7, but I broadcasted from 4 or 5 of them. So there's a lot of people that just on Light Fight can come to this event. I'm hoping if they go to the Texas Lightaholics event, they'll still go to a month later or so to Christmas Expo and hang out with all of us, because that is the best part of Christmas Expo. Stay at the main hotel and you do your classes, you do your events. They'll have different events, and then you hang out. You hang out. So that's fun. The other thing I'll mention, back to the window contest thing. Just got an email today. Oh, he's still leaving a message. I hope that means he's going to come fix my pool. I'm pulling up my email because it just came out, an email, and I want to read this. And it's not registration. It's about the Christmas decorating. This is cool. If you did not know this. So if you are going to register for your hotel, you do that first. And again, it's basically free to register at Hilton. You can register under the honors and you can cancel. If you do the standard rate, you can cancel up to the day before the event and you don't have to leave a deposit. It's only if you're going to prepay to get the best event. But this is what was cool about this window decorating contest, which they've done at different events. So there is a registration fee of $25 to enter the contest, but here's why. There's going to be prizes. So first place gets 2 nights at the DoubleTree free. So that's like $300 roughly or more right there. Plus you get the honor of designating a charity of choice to donate all the $25 fees that are collected together. It's not to reimburse people or cover expenses. They're raising money for charity with the window decorating contest. And if you win first place, you get 2 nights free at the DoubleTree, which is a great hotel. I've stayed there for work before. And then you get to pick a charity, and depending on how many people enter the contest, a couple $100 go to your charity. So that's cool. Second place is 1 gift certificate for the expo. So if you have 2 or 3 people coming or yourself, you basically get a free entry. And then third place is 2 tickets to the Friday night dinner. So this just came out a little bit ago. They're moving forward. Again, we just need registration to ease some pain that people are being hesitant about. But go join the Christmas Expo community group and start commenting there. And I hope to see you there. I really do. And again, I'm planning on interviewing Joyce sometime in June, and we'll hear everything from her perspective about all the vendors, the changes they've made, improvements, what they're expecting. And I'll let you know when that event happens. Let's check on some comments because I do have Craig joining. I think Craig's in charge of the education committee. He'll be teaching a class on add an interactivity display at the Christmas Expo. I am supposed to teach a class on getting your display TV ready. So we know Light Fight is shelved for now. We can talk about that in a little bit. That being said, even though my class is around Light Fight, I've evolved my class so that if you're interested to be on TV, whether it's your local news, a local show, some new TV shows that are coming out, or future of Light Fight, why not learn from people that have been on the show and what it takes to have the best display to make it TV ready? And that's what my class is about. So I hope you join it. Who else do we got joining in here? Thanks for joining, Craig. What else are you saying here? And you'll be at the expo this year, yes. Devin's 4 minis behind, but he would love to go to the auction. I know he wants to try to go to the mini. We got Joseph Gonzalez joining. Where and when is the North Texas event? Well, I know Patrick's watching. He can chime in. Hold on 1 second. I'm going to tell my pool guy I'm calling him back. Hey, Sean. I'm in the middle of a meeting, but I really would love to talk to you. Is it okay to call you back in a little bit, or do you want me to call you tomorrow? Okay, I appreciate that because it is still leaking after plugging everything. Okay. All right. I'll call you back in a little bit. Thank you. Bye-bye. I had to take that because, folks, you don't know how stressful it is losing this much water basically every day. and, and insanity, right? Filling it back up to see what's going on. Anyway, all right. So get to Expo. Patrick's going to teach a class. It's called "Do You Want to Build a Wireframe?" Hey, hopefully he's going to play in some "Want to Build a Snowman" references. Maybe you'll build a snowman as your example. Pat, I'm giving you ideas. I know Jordan Maywald's supposed to go. I call him my quasi listener because he chimes in the beginning, but then I never see him comment later. He's supposed to teach a class on how to raise money for a charity. He's raised hundreds of thousands of dollars for the Make-A-Wish Foundation and has some good tips on how to raise money for a charity if that's what you're interested in. And then there's, of course, going to be all kinds of light show classes. I don't know if Charlie Byers is coming back and doing a class on a YouTube channel or something like that, like he's done before. By the way, I called you out, Jordan. I just wanted to see. I'm just checking. You know, I love you, buddy. Thank you for staying. Joseph, Patrick says June 27th and 28th is a North Texas Lightaholics workshop. Patrick, is there a Facebook page for that? I believe there is. If not, go to xmasminis.com, Joseph, and look on the calendar, and you can click on the event. And if there is a website or a Facebook page, it'll take you to there. So check that out. And yeah, Devin said he would love to try to make it. It's going to take you all the way back down across the country where you just came from. And his expo class is going to be how to run a public display, which is what you do, All right. So let's go back to that mini calendar. Since we're talking about it, we might as well finish it up. Just as a reminder. Also coming up is the Pacific Northwest Clap, Christmas lighting. I forget what it means. It has a funny acronym. That's up into the Des Moines, Washington area. Talked about the New York Christmas Mini. Oh, somebody's telling me there's a stream issue on Facebook. Hope not. The Frozen Mini, the Indiana Mini, and then there's the Ohio Mini in June. Hold on one second here. I got a note that my stream might be, it's not because of music, but there I am. Hey, if anybody's watching on Facebook, let me know if it dropped. StreamYard just packed up that they're having trouble streaming on Facebook. Oh, let me here. I can click and see if it's running. I'm going to continue to Facebook. See, we're doing this just because. Oh, I see something playing. I don't know if that's means the stream dropped, but it's running there. So if you're watching on Facebook, let me know. Oh, Brandon said power just went out and he has to rewatch later. Got to preserve that phone. Uh-oh. I hope the storms are safe. So where is the Wisconsin Frozen Mini? JR, if you're still watching. Again, go to xmasminis.com. Find it on the calendar, and then click on the link. It'll have a link there to the Facebook page. You think I would know where all that stuff is. All right. Next thing let's talk about. Let's do a little bit of light fight talk. So just a few people here still thinking about that. I haven't heard any new news regarding light fight, except that it's still just shelved. So just keep your ears out. If you hear anything new, let me know. I do know ABC just released their summer programming, and so did Disney. And the interesting thing with their summer and fall programming is they pretty much renewed all their standard shows. And then they talk about something about this upcoming conference where other surprises will be released about other events. So I don't know if that means Light Fight will come back. Probably not, because they got to plan and schedule and get folks to film. So I don't know if it means that, but that was an interesting comment. They kind of left it open on other surprise things coming. So remember, if you want to help save the light fight, don't forget to go to change.org and sign the petition, reinstate the Great Christmas Light Fight. I really would appreciate that. I haven't checked on it in a while. It kind of stalled, which is typical. I mean, I've noticed that the posts on Facebook in general, on all my groups for the last couple of weeks, have been really, really slow. We're going into summer, folks, so maybe that's the issue. But don't forget, change.org, share it, like it, put it on your group's page or your displays page. And we were told, even from a casting team, that these things do sometimes work. or they at least, if ABC execs are Googling what are people saying about the show, they'll see posts, it'll do hashtags, all that kind of good stuff. So yeah, let's do that. By the way, I was getting so bored just because I think I shared, my son got me this for Christmas, a Lego set, which I'm not a Lego person. I really don't have any. This is it. My son has a bunch or had a bunch, but I may actually be putting this bad boy together during the rain over the holidays. So we'll do that. Speaking of the holiday, Memorial Day weekend is coming up. And don't forget to get patriotic. Put your blow molds out, put your flags out, put your wood cutouts out. If you do a light show that's patriotic themed, get it going. And 4th of July is going to be the big 250 celebration for the country, but I'm sure a lot of people are going to be blowing up fireworks this weekend. So get your dogs ready, give them their anxiety medicine. And if you're lighting them, be safe. But if you're not lighting them, light a blow mold. Uncle Sam, Walmart, there's other ones there. Cracker Barrel has them. Go get them. I want you. By the way, what are people doing for Memorial Day? I know something you can do over Memorial Day weekend, and it's a precursor to Memorial Day weekend. Hit like, hit subscribe, and I'll tell you what it is. Well, why not? If you follow me on Facebook, you probably saw the post. Believe it or not, May 24th, this Sunday, is the 1-year anniversary of the Librarian channel. That's right. I did a pre-recorded video a year ago, and I knew it was a holiday weekend, and people are like, why are you going to launch a channel in May, especially on a holiday weekend? And it's because as you get into June, July, minis are happening, Christmas in July is happening, and I wanted to get it kicked off and start getting followers. So if you got time at 11 o'clock Eastern time on Sunday morning while you're sipping your coffee or before you go to your picnic or when you get done church or you're driving home from church, tune in to a special episode of the Librarian Anniversary Edition. And it's got some new footage in it. It's got some little fun clips. It's got a fun message from me. And you can watch that. And thank you for supporting the channel and for liking, subscribing, and sharing. And I hope you watch the video. And if you can't watch it Sunday, have no fear. YouTube is here. You can watch it anytime. So when you're sitting on your couch at night, maybe Memorial Day night, maybe not till Tuesday, maybe Sunday night, whatever, please watch it and hit like and then comment on it. I'll get back and answer the comments. So what are you doing on Memorial Day? Let's check the comments if there's a few here. Devin, he's working on Memorial Day. So, man, boo-hoo. I mean, we're glad to have a job, but working on the holiday, it's nice to be off, even if the weather's bad. I can tell you, there's more than one anniversary this weekend. So the 24th is the Librarian's anniversary. Happy birthday, Librarian. The 25th is an even bigger anniversary. That's my wedding anniversary, number 29. Yes, 29 years. And we've known each other several years more than that. So me and Mrs. Librarian will be celebrating on Monday, double celebration, Memorial Day and our love. So if you're watching, Mrs. Librarian, I love you. And happy anniversary early, see, in case I forget. No, I'll never forget. But yeah, I won't forget because it's in the fact book. Well, at least it is now. All right. Well, we are about 35 minutes in. Again, it's the Just Because episode. For those that are still watching, is there anything you wanted to talk about? Here we go. Thank you, Kevin Parker. Welcome to the channel. He's talking about the North Texas Lightaholics event, June 26th to 28th in Plano, Texas. You can get the details there. That's a long link. I can't copy it here. The best way is to go to either Facebook and search for it or go to the Xmas Minis website, go on the calendar and click on it. StreamYard does not turn that into an active link, but there you go. Screenshot it. Maybe you can type all that out. But hey, Kevin, thank you. Appreciate that. What does Patrick Mock say? Memorial Day weekend is the city's big celebration for the Czech heritage that built the town. It's called PokeFest. Yes, and that's your background, and I know that's what the city of Ennis, Texas is about. We were there. at the OK Texas Xmas. We went to dinner with the Mock family, and it's a great looking little downtown community. And Patrick's out, I'll call it in the farm country, but not far from his downtown. And that sounds like fun. Probably a lot of food, a lot of good food. Philadelphia just had the Italian festival last weekend. And besides all the food vendors there, they actually combine it with Mexican vendors too. So it's kind of interesting. On Market Street, fun fact, Market Street, where the Italian festival held in Philadelphia, is where Rocky Balboa in Rocky 1 runs through the farm market in his gray sweatsuit. So you could be there. And if you were there and it happens to be not a Super Bowl weekend or a Phillies championship weekend, they also had a greased pole there where you can try to climb up a greased pole and stick a tomato on the top. And if you accomplish that, you win something. I don't know what it is, but I watched a video of it, and what I saw, nobody won. A lot of people almost got hurt because they stack on top of each other trying to get this tomato. And I'm sure a lot of them were drinking. So anyway, Google the Philadelphia Italian Festival or Italian Market, and you could probably watch videos. It's a neat thing. And that way, if you're coming to Philadelphia over the centennial, for the 250th, I mean, and want to go explore things, the Market Street is down where the touristy cheesesteaks place are. So Pat's and Gino's. Probably got to go there just to say you went there, but you want to hit some other places: John's Roast Pork, Ricci's, D'Alessandro's, Conshohocken Italian Bakery. There's a bunch of them that are out in the suburbs that they're the legit cheesesteak places. But hey, nothing wrong with going to Pat's and Gino's, getting a picture. Out of those two, I would pick Pat's as a better cheesesteak. If anybody from Philly is watching, let me know what you think. Do you like cheesesteaks? By the way, when it says Philly cheesesteak in some other state like Texas or whatever, it's not a Philly cheesesteak. Just saying. Just saying. All right, folks. Viewers look like they're starting to dwindle out and they're getting ready to go to dinner. Before you do that, let's cheer people up. And if you have final comments, get them in. Let me just play a 2-minute hype video to get you in the mood, and then we'll come back and wrap things up and we'll say goodbye for the evening. So watch this while I go get something else to drink, because I drank all my water out of my Light Fight cup. And get your final comments in, hit like, hit subscribe. Don't go anywhere. Come back in 1 minute and 58 seconds. All right, folks. Thank you for joining in tonight for the Just Because episode. I really, really appreciate it. I hope you have a happy Memorial Day weekend. Be safe if you're blowing up fireworks. Be safe if you're driving around. Be safe if you're partaking in any adult beverages. enjoy time with your family. And if you feel so inclined, don't forget Sunday, 11 o'clock Eastern time, join in and listen to and watch the 1-year anniversary episode of The Librarian. And I hope you have a great holiday weekend. I'm Brian Michael, the librarian, your resource for the Great Christmas Light Fight, and thankfully everything more, just in case it doesn't come back anytime soon. But I'm confident it will. So, like Mrs. Librarian told me, the library is now closed.